Hey folks, testing out the new MacBook Air. This is the 2025 13-inch model, $999, 256 gigabytes of SSD with 16 gigabytes RAM and 8-core GPU. So this is the lower end M4, in which if you pay $200 more, you get double the SSD and the 10-core GPU, which was featured in the MacBook Pro. So with that being said, these are not exactly the same that you would see in previous videos on the M4 MacBook. It actually should be worse with two lower dedicated graphics cores. So with that said, here I'm testing out the settings of turning on the native Retina resolution, which is 250/60 by 1400 on the 13-inch, and it sets the baseline to 4. I don't know if this is the cloud setting or not, but it's set to 4. And when I scroll down, I just left everything here in advanced the same. And when I turn on the GPS, you can see here at the 4 settings, it is 60 FPS. Now this machine does not have a fan, so keep that in mind. I'm also recording on QuickTime, so some of these settings, you could probably get better settings with QuickTime turned off. Actually, in this particular view, the QuickTime does turn off automatically because I've run out of space. So here, now I'm using the iPhone. We're getting 30 FPS. The settings have been turned to max, so these are the settings, without QuickTime or anything of that nature impacting your performance. Now, with that being said, you probably can get thermal throttling, as other YouTubers have tested, but it didn't seem to be that warm to me or the touch with my hands on the QWER keypads. So, also note, I always get people commenting, I do not play this game, and everyone's always like, why are you not doing raids, stuff like that. Some of my friends who would give me an account, they actually stopped playing as well, so honestly, yeah, I just play Dota, and that's the most I have informed talk on this, so I'm just kind of trying to give you a taste of what it would be like playing this game on the MacBook Air. I think, 4 to 5 settings on the quality would give you 60 frames per second, and of course you could also bump up the settings but turn the render scale down if you didn't want full Retina resolution. Basically, that is kind of, you might notice some of the graphic fidelity get worse, but for most people, they're okay with that if you get quote-unquote better graphics. I personally like running things on native resolution because I feel like it gets grainy once you turn the resolution down, but that's just a personal preference. That being said, unfortunately you can't see the FPS during this part of the section. It wasn't showcasing. It used to be above the HUD, but I'm not sure if it's either the resolution of the MacBook Air or something they changed in macOS, but it only shows when I dismount. So again, running on 10 settings, if you're used to 30 frames per second or like playing at 30 frames per second, you get better graphic quality and things on screen. Later I do test 6 and 7, you get around 40 frame drops, but hovering around 50. 5 gets you, I think, a stable 60 frames per second. So again, compared to this is the 8-core version, you could get a MacBook Air that has a 10-core version. You might be able to get a little bit better settings. So yeah, I think if you play this game and then you get into the raids and stuff of that nature, you might want to stay at 4. And maybe if you like considering the MacBook Air versus a MacBook Pro, you get a little bit lighter profile, a little thinner, easier to carry around, depending if you travel or not, or maybe you're a student and you're going from class to class, you might want to, if you, depending on what people like, what their preference is, a MacBook Pro with the M4 Pro would definitely be better support here. In my opinion, I don't really think you would want a MacBook Pro with the M4 base chip, even though it comes with a 10-core GPU. I really think that if you're going to go up in weight and that chases, of course you get a better screen. You have the same camera and microphone system here, but you have more ports. I do particularly think that, in my opinion, from a price cost benefit analysis, you should go ahead and bump up to the M4 Pro. You get more CPU, you get more GPU, you'll get generally better performance. Otherwise, in my opinion, one could argue spending $200 more for more SSD and the 10-core GPU maybe is a marginal upgrade. I do think that this $999,000 value is really good for 16 gigabytes RAM, and if you don't have too much stuff you need to store in SSD, I particularly have a lot of things I store in the cloud. It ends up being a good value for a lightweight travel laptop that can handle some gaming, do my productivity. I have a work laptop that I can't play games on or choose not to. Maybe I could, but with that being said, I think compared to Windows laptops, this is the only Windows laptop that could perhaps compete in a style and weight performance class is the Zephyrus G14. They do have a new version coming out in 2025, but they're hit with the tariffs, which make it more expensive. I will probably get that and see if that would be my main machine. I am also considering keeping this MacBook Air for long-term investment and also making more videos, but also just letting my wife use it, or maybe my brother as he goes back to grad school. So all this has nothing to do with what I'm showing on screen with WoW, but just in general use case of why people would purchase this machine. So keep that in mind from my perspective as someone who does like gaming and stuff of that nature. You either, if you want something similar to the Mac and want good gaming, you could get the Zephyrus G14. If you want to get a little bit better and stable performance, you could upgrade to the MacBook Pro with the M4 Pro, and you get a little bit more weight. And if you just want the lightweight machine that kind of handles the basic needs and could do, basic gaming. Of course, macOS is limited by gaming. This is in my opinion, a really good device to get you on the silicone with 16 gigabytes RAM. So I don't particularly see a reason why people wouldn't want to get this device. It's a good entry-level device for most people out there. So with that being said, I've kind of rambled off of what I want to say for this video. I'll leave it with just some of the commentary. I don't do much actually in the rest of this, but if I hit 8 minutes on YouTube, I could have more ads, which helps give me like 25 more cents per vid. So I'll just let the WoW continue to play, and that's it for my comments. Let me know what your thoughts are. I still have a backlog. People wanted me to install Hearthstone, so I'll do that and test that out later. I think I'm going to try out Dota 2 on crossovers and Marvel Spider-Man, as I typically do on my videos. And if there's any other requests you want me to do, let me know. They do have Baldur's Gate, which I think I could do a macOS install, if I'm not mistaken, from Steam. And I could also do the Windows install, which some people say that sometimes the Windows versions of games are better. This particular game, WoW, is built on Apple Silicon, so it's a native game. So with that being said, a lot of rambling. Let me know if you plan to pick up this device, any other games you want me to test, or things you want me to test. Take care.